Here's a video of your 2021 Montana High Country. You got a ladder on the back, you got a spot for a backup camera. Spare tires underneath, so you just undo that knob and you can slide that out. You have a awning on your slide out which is powered. There's a main awning which is powered that runs off the battery. Here's your storage area. Most of these lights in here are motion, so there's your sensor. You can have it on, off, or motion, so you can do the lights, you know, however you want those. Spot for a TV hookup on the outside. We've torqued the wheels down at 100 foot-pounds. You should check them again a few times just to make sure. If they're loose, then redo them until they quit loosening. Two 30-pound propane tanks. These are now both full and ready to go. You got your storage area. There's an outside shower hose here. There's a 50 to 30 amp adapter. So if you don't have 50 amps, you can put the 30 amp on. You can, your only limit when you have 30 amps is 1 AC at a time. Here's your second 30-pound tank. This is full. And how this works is this lever will point to the tank that you run off initially. When this tank empties, that turns red. So if this is on and you walk up and it's red, it's running off the last tank. If it's green, you're still in that initial tank. Here's instructions for the auto leveling. And I'm gonna send a link over to off this video for the auto level. Here's your main hookups. There's an outside shower hose here, satellite cable TV. We went over the winterizing a little bit, but this is where you hook it up for siphoning. There's the bypass for your water heater. That turns that winterization guard on. There's your city water. Tank fill, if you want to fill the tank, you can do it right from the city water without unhooking. Flush out, that's for your black tank. So pull the gate valve, hook your sewer hose up, pull the gate valve, dump it. After it's dumped, hook the hose up, let that run for a couple minutes. Shut the hose off, close the black, pull the gray, and that'll rinse everything out for you. Battery disconnect. Those are your low point drains for the fresh water supply. So your water heater will run off gas or electric. If you want it to run off electric, the switch is here. There's another switch inside also for electric. So if you want to leave this one on and just use the gas and electric inside, you can do it that way. There's the furnace. That's for the kitchen sink. That'll also dump that right to the same location. That's where your 50 amp power supply cord hooks up to, and then you have a 50 to 30 amp adapter that runs along with that up front. There's a 4-way flat. There's a hitch hookup back here. You want to make sure that you check that roof caulking too twice a year. So what you do is you get on the roof. If you see any cracking in the caulk, you want to make sure you go over the cracks. And I would do that in the spring and fall. There's TV. Fireplace runs off electric. Here's your DVD player. It's in here. Oh, somehow. So that's AM, FM, CD, DVD. It's also Bluetooth. Your igniter for your stovetop and your oven. These are just lights here. Refrigerator can run off gas or electric. So what you do is you turn it on. That's your on-off switch. So now it's on. The button on the left, if it's on auto, it runs off electricity. If you lose power, it auto switches over to propane. And you do that with that button. So you can do auto, which is electric first. If you lose power, it'll jump over to the gas. Otherwise, it's just straight LP. And then the next button over is your temperature setting, 1 through 5, and 5 is the coldest setting. Looks like it's getting cold. That's a trifold, so that turns into a sleeping area. Heating and cooling. One button here will do the fan. It circulates air, or you can turn the air conditioner on. High or low is just straight running. Auto is more thermostat driven. And then you got heat. You got a heat pump in the ceiling, so you can heat the trailer off electricity through the air conditioner, or you can do gas and just run the regular furnace. The heat pump is good for about 50 degrees and up. Central vac. Stick the hose in there. That's underneath the bed. And you have 30-foot hose, so you can do the whole camper. And then if you slide this over, you have a bag that's in there that you want to dump. Breakers and fuses. Here's the 30 amp fuses, and then here's all your 25 amp fuses, and this is all your 15s, and there's a 10 there. So everything's labeled here for the fuses. These are for the converter. So we were plugged in earlier, but we weren't getting battery power. So these guys blew, which could happen, so I'd carry some spare 25 amp fuses. Most of your controls are going to be in here. This is for the ceiling fan. Tanks are heated, so you can just flip those on if you get in cold weather. Battery level, fresh water, black and gray tank, so that'll give you an idea how the tanks are doing. And then there's your water pump for the freshwater tank. You got your gas and electric switch for the water heater. And then these guys are all various lights. Awning, and there's the other awning. So you got 2 awnings, and then you got 3 slide outs. So those rooms will have their own buttons. You have an exhaust fan in the kitchen. You can turn it on here, and then you can open the vents and close them, and then there's different speeds. That's right above your kitchen. If it rains, then it closes automatically. It does not close automatically driving down the road. Make sure it's on. Actually, that's off. Ground fault. So if you lose power to any of the outlets, check the reset here, because this will affect all the outlets. There's a little bit of storage under the bed. There's your vacuum kit. Hope this video helps you. Of course, you guys got my number. Feel free to call me if you have any questions. Thank you.